So, should I finally reveal who we're going to use? Because, as it turns out, I have actually known this entire time. I just wanted to give you guys a little look at the thought process behind who we're going to use and why. Again, as I've mentioned a couple of times, the original team, the original plan, streamer versus Twitch chat, does not work. With the new draft, you are not able to skip from team to team. You can do it outside of the draft, but not in the draft, which is pretty damn important for streamer versus Twitch chat. So there will be no Yankees versus Mets, as was the plan. There will be a draft of glory, though. And again, chat, as we just talked about, there's a whole bunch of teams that are rebuilders, that have been rebuilders for years, that have been bad for years. So we've already used them all, essentially. Again, I don't know if we've used Pittsburgh. Are we going to use Pittsburgh right now? No, we're not. Because it turns out I have an unpopular decision to make. I am going to rebuild the Boston Red Sox. I finally get the chance. They lost Xander Bogaerts among numerous other players. Pretty much all they have is Rafael Devers. I have avoided this club for years. I have never done a Red Sox franchise on Twitch, on YouTube, nothing. I finally get to use this team, damn it. You let me. I don't care if they've won 4 World Series in the past 20 years. Damn it. I want to win a 5th. Screw you. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to use the Red Sox. Because I want to. When the original idea blows up in our face, what do? We take a team where ownership doesn't want to spend money anymore, and we say, fine, we'll build through the drafts. My team won a World Series when I was 1. I hate it here. Oh, God. But yeah, I'm going to use the Red Sox because, like I said, all of those other rebuilders, the Athletics, blah, blah, the Diamondbacks, the Rock, we've used them all, man. We've used them all. So we got to use a team that's not exactly rebuilding right now, but that is heading towards a rebuild, especially IRL. You can make the arguments that the Boston Red Sox are going to finish bottom in their division. So that's cool. Shout out to Caniac, by the way, for the 48 months. I do appreciate you. What happened to versus Twitch chat? I just got here. During the draft, you cannot switch between teams, so it is impossible to control 2 teams during a draft. The new draft is great, but yeah, that is the that is the big issue. Hardest division in the league, so good challenge. That's what I'm thinking. Like we're gonna try to suck, and then be on the upswing when these other teams are finally on the way down. That is the plan. So we will apply those particular changes. Again, the old top prospects list again. We're using the provided MLB rosters at launch. It's not perfect. Fernando Tatis, Senga, a bunch of people aren't in the game. It is what it is. It doesn't bother me too much. Despite being a gigantic roster nerd for NHL, for baseball, I'm not as concerned unless I can use the Ryden rosters, which obviously are not there. And I don't even know if we'll have the Ryden rosters anymore because San Diego Studios hired them officially, which is awesome. NHL, ball's in your court. Anyway, yeah, those are your top 14 prospects to start this deal off. We don't have too much to do. I'm not going to worry about contracts or free agents. We don't want to spend money on Trevor Rosenthal or really anybody. Although, who are you supposed to be? And why are you here? Yeah, I said we weren't going to sign anybody. Brother of Mike, 74 overall. Why? Why are you here? Where the hell did you come from? There's Nick McFarland, too. I know it's normal, but Jesus, that guy's better than normal. Matt, thank you for the 6 months on the primer. I'm not going to sign these guys. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not signing them. There's too many good people. I am fully abstaining. Damn it. From ye old free agent list. So let's get this terrible roster set up. Okay, not terrible, but I mean, Jesus, look at the catching situation on this team. Oh, remember when Jorge Alfaro could hit home runs? There's Reese McGuire. Oh, God. It's happened every year. They're just normally not that good. Oh, boy. All right. This is painful. This is painful. Mr. Wong, you're going down to AAA. Yikes. First base situation. Bobby Dalbeck's still there. Mills, what's going on? We're going to put Tristan Casas in AAA. Hopefully let him tear shit up. And Nico Cavadas, he'll be down in double cut. I mean, I'm in no situation to be able to cut people off of this roster. Are you kidding me? Desperate times calls for desperate measures, all right? Second base, we do have to get Trevor Story onto the 40-man, which is full. Caleb Ort. Let's put you in AAA and then take you off the 40-man, buddy. Let's rebuild the Red Sox because Boston seems to have won enough. You're right, they haven't. They haven't won enough. They need to win more. And they will. And they will. Since we're the Red Sox, does that mean we can't extend anyone? Just one player a year. Hence why Devers is still here. Oh, God. All right. David Hamilton, you're going down. Valdez, you're going down. We don't have too much to build around here, do we? Do I want Rob Refsnyder? 97 contact against lefties. GG's. GG's. Third base, I mean, Justin Turner's there. That's fine, I guess. Oh, God. Oh, this is... You have Trevor Story. We sure do. What's his durability? 87. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? This will be the team where we get to test out just how broken trading might be. Should we choose to trade people? Should we choose? But like I said, I think it's going to be more draft to glory style at this point. Pretty much building through the draft. We might kind of treat it like we did with Twitch chats, maybe make a signing. We might just play it straight up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what turns out to be more fun. And take it from there. Because fun is important. I mean, especially again when the draft is actually really, really fun now. Yu Chang. Oh my God, I forgot Mondesi was on the Red Sox. Okay. This is a team. This is a team, all right. God. What happened? There used to be such promise. What happened here? This team looks like if you were to be playing franchise mode 3 years ago and you got to this point, 2023 with the Red Sox, this is where you would start to be like, all right, cool, these rosters are unrealistic. Just because there's so many crazy changes. Oh, God. All right, back over to the 40-man. Mr. Mills, you are terrible. Just terrible. I'll put Tapia on the 40-man. I mean, 70, 71 overall. He can be in the majors, right? He'll be fine. Yeah. You know, the best part is it's a thought of hey, you're making your team better with these call-ups. Am I, though? Am I? Are we actually making this team better? Because I don't think we are. I don't think we are. I think we're actually looking pretty goddamn bad. It's what an NHL AI team turns into. Basically. Duran, you're just, no. 52 fielding. You could cut that in half and it would still be accurate. But okay. Okay. Actually, let's have you in AA so you can be the starter. Bump you back up to triple. Like I said, we're at that point where you kind of have to start looking at teams that are on the decline instead of those same old teams that have been bad for a good amount of time. And that's where we are. Whew. All right. 1. Let's go. 2 in AAA. 3. 4. 5. And do we have enough starting pitchers to do 6 across the board? We do not. That is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Brian, as I like to call him. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just put you in AAA for the year and let you try to kill it. It's going to be more beneficial for us. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And a shout to Wyatt Olds. Single A, Wyatt. Have fun. Single A. I got to sim a couple of days. Just so that those waivers go through. Thank you very much. God, we have nothing. Girlfriend got us tickets to Vegas Nights, Minnesota, April 1st. Hey, you'll have a fun time. It's impossible to have a bad time at a hockey game. Unless you're that kid that went to the Dallas Stars game with the mullet and decided to be a racist. He had a bad time at a hockey game. But aside from that, you should be fine. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kid, adult. I mean, adult in age, child mentality. Is that fair to say? Is that fair to say? Because I feel like it is. Let's see, that's 3. A lot of relievers. 4, 5, and 6. So many relievers. Damn. With that mullet child, yeah. Holy hell. Could we have any more relief pitchers in this system? What the hell? This team is just nothing but relievers, my God. Holy hell, that's where the Bogarts money went. To all of those relievers. Jesus. Jesus. All right, is there anybody else that we want to call up? I just... More relievers. That's who we want to call up. Let's do it. Except the 40 man's full. Zach Kelly, get off of the 40 man. Cutter Crawford, get off of the 40 man. Ryan, you're already on the 40 man. And we'll call up Durbin Feltman because his name is Durbin.
Oh,
Durbin Feltman.
For you.
So why not? West Side Outlaw. Thank you. Mills! Mills, you handsome devil, you. You handsome devil.
For you.
What is going on, my friend? I hope you are good. I hope the second stream went well. I was able to watch bits of the first with the storylines grinding. Did you finish that? I imagine you did. Welcome to what nobody wants to see. A Red Sox fan who's sad about the Red Sox trying to rebuild the Red Sox. The franchise that nobody wants. So I will provide it.
Oh, good.
Mainly because, as I was just explaining, and thank you everybody for the follow. Welcome in. I appreciate you. As we were discussing, the Red Sox are in a really bad spot right now, where they're too bad to be good, but too good to be bad. And again, thank you all for the follows. We do a lot of franchise and road to the show stuff here. What? Not the place for Diamond Dynasty sweats. Not that Mills is one.
Good for you.
Goodness, keep them rolling in. It's beautiful. Anyway, to that point, right? We were talking about this. My original idea for a franchise kind of blew up, right? So it's like, okay, cool. What team do we want to take? Do we want to rebuild? You have traditional rebuilders, like the Orioles, like the Mariners. They're too good now. They are. You have other teams that, I mean, again, like the White Sox, they have good pieces. And then there's the more traditional kind of rebuilders that are out there that everybody's used over the past couple of years, right? The Royals, the Athletics. I mean, the Marlins are always up there. The Nationals. I mean, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Colorado. We've used every single one of these teams over the last 3 to 4 years. So it was like, okay, what's a team on the decline that we can take, fully tear them down to build them back up? And it's the Red Sox. Louis, I'm not using the Cubs because that is who our Road to the Show player got drafted to last night. Nobody ever uses the Mets. Well, we were going to. And then our original idea blew up. But we are at the very start of this am pretty much ready to go
Oh, good
for
you.
season 1, where I am hoping for this team to be terrible. I am. Because they should be. Because they should be. At least that is the plan. We are going to put the most emphasis we can on building up to the draft because the new draft system is amazing. Hire fire scouts. I'm not going to do that until the season 1 off season because I just kind of like having to deal with the hand that we're dealt for season 1. So, as much as I'm a Pirates fan, they'll say, no, they brought Kutch back. Playoffs for sure. Yeah, they might trade Brian Reynolds, but Andrew McCutchen. I'm so sorry. I've had a soft spot for the Pirates for a long time. I was maybe the number 1 Oliver Perez fan on the planet. And then he left the Pirates and was never the same. Never, ever the same. Oh, God. All right. So if we take a look here, what is our rotation for this year? Now known as Crutch. Fair. So case in point about this team not being good enough to compete, but not being bad enough to be terrible. Again, Chris Sale, he's going to fall off a bicycle or something. Who knows how long we'll actually have Chris Sale for at this point. He's under contract for this year and next. It's Garrett Whitlock and Corey Kluber kind of pulling the heavyweight. We got, again, a bullpen. I mean, it's just, Kenley Jansen's there. It's just, it's just not. And then you look at this lineup. Look at how, and I don't use the term often, look at how mid this lineup is. They underrated the hell out of Devers, Trevor Story, and their band of merry men. We got nothing else. So I get it. The idea of like, oh, the Red Sox, no one wants to see them win again. And I understand it. But man, in terms of a team to finish tearing down and rebuild back up, you are hard pressed to find a better team in that category. They're top 3, top 5 at worst in terms of that type of team. That said, I should note as well for people, we do a lot of simming here. We like to make progress, draft our prospects, see how they develop. So we'll be going through the first season, primarily just focusing on our scouting, which we will begin here on Sunday. So, one more look through the roster, right? Oh my God, do we need a catcher? And this is going to be a common thread. The thought of, oh my God, we need this position player. We need a catcher. First base, thankfully, we might kind of be okay.
Oh, good
I think we have to prioritize other things as much as I'd love to build up. We have to just see what Tristan Casas is going to be. Thomas, thank you for the follow, by the way. We'll stick with Tristan Casas. It's fine. Second base.
Oh, good.
We have Nick York, who, in fairness, I do need to put at the AA level so he can get that little bit of extra playing time, and we'll drop down Max Ferguson, which is great. Second base, it is a need. You could argue stick with Christian Arroyo for a little bit because it's Christian Arroyo, but that really kind of sums up what spot we're in. Third base, we're fine. I mean, we'll obviously have Devers for the long haul unless we get an offer for him. It's probably the only way I'll trade somebody. Shortstop, we have our big piece, Marcelo Meyer. He's like our only guy, essentially. So shortstop-wise, we should be okay. In left, I mean, hey, look, if you want to argue, and I won't disagree with you, Verdugo should have a slightly higher rating. Yeah. But he doesn't, so that's a problem we have to deal with. Center field. Unless we want Jaron Lost in the Lights Duran or Rafaela. Probably said that one wrong. We should probably look at a center fielder as well. God, we need so much. And then in right, Miguel's there. He's all right. So that's good. Pitching wise. In terms of projects, it's Brian Bay. That's it. Like, again, it's not looking great. And then relievers, obviously, we're not going to have too much to build around there either. So looking at scouting, thank God we have a $10 million bonus allotment. And we do have quite a few draft picks this year, including the 14th overall, which is very, very nice. The way that we're going to kind of decide this is by taking a look at the MLB rank in the top 100 and kind of see which position looks to be the strongest. And in the top 100, there are only 3 catchers. There are only 3 catchers. Ferris, I'll be right there with you. Might not be the right year to go after a catcher unless we discover that Julius Johnson is insane, which he might be. We'll skip over to left. Yeah, okay, we're going to have to scout that guy. Good Lord. But 2, 3, 4 left fielders in the top 100. Smelly with the 5 gifted subs. By the way, Smelly. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Goodness. The kindness. Phenomenal. Thank you for that. Thank you very much for that, Smelly. Damn.
Jeez.
Cheering me up one gifted sub at a time, knowing how long it's going to take us to rebuild this team. So again, in left, we got 5 options. In center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5 options. Another 5 options. Oh, Ferris, you know we have to have the pizza. The pizza. Excuse me. We gotta say it properly. And then obviously starting pitchers. Yeah, there will be a lot more options in terms of pitchers in the top 100. And then second base was kind of a toss-up. You got Suecos, Morales, Marquez. Honestly, there's so few options in the top 100. I do remember. I miss Jerry Remy so much. I really do. The Red Sox broadcasts just haven't been the same. They haven't. There are so few position players available in the positions that we need that are projected to go high. Given that we have all these second round picks, I think we're going to optimize these first. So let's go ahead. But then again, Discovery. Discovery. We are going to aim for Discovery first. None of our scouts are all that great at Discovery, though. Oh, no. Let's God, how do we go about this? We're in such a bad spot. AR, what's going on? Oh, God. Okay. Like I said, to get my hands on franchise. It's fun. It's very, very fun. Let's focus. Given it's a big position of need for us. That was catcher West. Let's focus on trying to find as many new prospects as possible for the week. Again, shout out to the depth chart. Still my favorite Mills streaming moment of all time. We're going to put catcher, left field, and center as our biggest positional needs for the moment. That might not hold, but that is what we are going to do. Shout out to Warhead for the follow, by the way. And let's go through another week. Let's do it. Like I said, this season's a write-off for us. We're 5-3 to start off. We're actively rooting for us to fail. So we'll see where we get from here. Okay, cool. We discovered 1 new catcher. One new catcher. Oh, no. Let's go international from there. How about... I'm going to avoid second base because the infield's coming down as a cardboard cutout Toogie. That's the way. Yeah. Oh, God. I will... God. You know, Mills. If we win a World Series in season 1, I'll legally change my name to Rachel Phelps. It'll be fine. Let's go outfielders. start off in the West. I'm going to completely ignore second base for this season because we're just... Oh, we're screwed. We're so screwed. Outfield West, outfield Central, catcher International. Yeah, let's advance for the week. Tried to make that a moment. Well, hey. All right. Let's keep it going. Oh my God, we're actually winning more games than I would have thought. We're 10-5 to start this season. 10-5. Why? Why are we half decent? We shouldn't be. Sales 1-0 on the year so far. We discovered a new outfielder. Our scouts really are terrible at discovery. And we knew they were, but like terrible, man. Oh my God. Jesus. All right, edit. Let's go outfield East. And whoops. Okay, we're just hitting all the wrong buttons here. Yep, it's good. It's fine. There we go. And we'll go outfield International. From there, let's get some generalized scouting done. Okay, this menu can be a little bit finicky if you try to do things out of order. Duly noted. Let's start scouting these catchers. We'll move you to that number one priority. We'll keep discovery going, but yeah, now we got to start scouting people. Do franchise streamers ever take real good teams to see if they can keep them good for long periods of time? Yes, but at the same time, it is a rarity. It is a rarity because the idea is where's the fun of, consistently winning or picking a team that's won constantly. You use the Astros as an example. I feel like the general thought is people are going to say, who the hell wants to see the Astros win? Like, people can acknowledge that the Red Sox are bad now, or at least not what they were, very much so. And already I got a lot of people when I'm like, I'm going to use the Red Sox and here's my plan. They're just like, oh God, but we don't want to see them win again. I mean, there's that argument for the Nationals, and the Nationals are tragic, but a lot of people are just like, I still don't want to see them win early on. They've won recently. That's why you end up with a lot of the same Athletics, Pirates, so on and so forth. All right. Okay, now that we did that, let's avoid the generalized scouting. Let's avoid that. Let's erase these. The Mariners are number one. Right, but they have Julio. They have Julio, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, Mariners haven't won him forever, but their starting core really isn't that bad. All right. So we do not have that many catchers again inside the top 100. We do need to find out how good Julius Johnson is going to be. He is going to be our top priority for the week. That'll get him 30% scouted. And then also, oh man, this is it. Let's just focus on catchers for the week. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Focus on those 3 catchers for the week. See if we have our future number one in this draft that we might be able to pick up. Not banking on it, but it might happen. All right, good. We started to lose a few more games. Almost back to 500. We are actively rooting for us to be bad. Okay. I think we have a better idea of what we're going to want to do here at catcher. So Johnson, obviously the potential range. Shout out to Simo. Decent pull. Won't say what it is in case he's watching. And Mo, if you're watching, well, hey, then it was just spoiled for you. But Johnson, 75 to 95. He's our best option. I mean, Morales, we pretty much, according to our scouts, he's locked in at a B. For those that missed last night's stream, there was a first baseman. 70-ish potential range. Starting overall was anywhere between 82 and an 87. His starting overall was a 66 because scouts can just get it wrong. The number one projected prospect went 34th. So the draft it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think we can focus on Johnson at catcher. We already have Morales 100% scouted, so we'll still focus on Johnson. We want more information on him. From there, again, if we avoid second base, In left. It is true that it was a closer, but still, he was the number 1 projected prospect and went late. Mark Schur. I sure hope you're actually that good. Sorry. Got a mustache on Doyle Hamilton, by the way. Beautiful. Let's take a look at Mr. Schur. And then also in left, I mean, yeah, we got to find out more about Bernardo Lopez. We do have to find out more about Mr. Lopez as well. So that will be the focus for the week. Drafting is difficult and cruel. I had a first pick. Pick the guy who's supposed to be stud 85 plus, 55 overall, 65 potential. Damn. That is quite cruel. Let's see. We got a set coming up against the Jays. We won 3 out of 4. Okay, who's the reason why we're actually doing well here? Chris Sale's got a losing record. Corey Kluber's doing well. Our starting pitching is trash outside of Corey Kluber. Okay, maybe not trash, but not amazing. Is our lineup doing well? 272 for Verdugo. Arroyo's hitting 183. 263 for Devers. Trevor Story batting 174 through 115 at-bats. Turner at 252. Alfaro 35 at-bats is destroying worlds. Okay. Tapia 263 through 76 at-bats. Ref Snyder doing well. Weird. Okay, Julius Johnson. Oh, man, Mark Schur. 83 to 93, 56 to 66. He's 21, though.
Oh, good.
He's 21. He is 21. Thank you for that follow, by the way. See, that's the issue. Being 21 years old, if that overall is not actually higher than that, that's a problem. That's a problem. He will take a long time to develop if he ever does. And we don't know for sure if he will. Same for Mr. Lopez here. I still need to get 100% info on Julius Johnson to feel confident. But we are going to go back over to the left. We have the 100% info on Schur. It's still worth looking at 18-year-old Bernard Lopez. And then there's Doyle Hamilton. Only 10% scouted, but we'll probably go back to him. But for the moment, let's take a look. Oh my God, Matt Becker's 23. Let's still take a look at him. Let's do it. Let's do it. That'll be the finalized option for the week. I did see the ride news. I did. All right, Atlanta kicked the hell out of us. 21-19. The division's actually kind of close. The Rays are the only team under 500 right now. I don't expect that to last for us at all. All right, Julius Johnson, 100% scouted. According to our scouts, 78 to a 90 potential. That is just way too large of a range. That's a dangerous range. What does scouting priority do? So right there, right above the player names, it can generate more interest in them signing with you if you were to draft them, because players can just say, I don't want to sign with you. Too bad. And then you don't get to sign them. And, of course, scouting as well. Priority just means, obviously, there are higher priorities, so you get more focus. I am not overly confident in what we're seeing right now. Johnson is very boom or bust. We already have Morales 100% scouted. We could still look at Juan Correa, but it's not looking amazing. In left, hello, Richard Head. Good to see you as always. Again, shares 21. If that overall is low, it's going to suck. We have a general idea about Lopez. A general idea about Becker. Let's get more information on Doyle Hamilton, given that he's only at 10%, and that is a hell of a mustache. And then in center, Bud Russ. Shout out to Bud Russ. And Luis Maldonado. Those will be the 3 that we focus on this week. Hoping that we do okay. We are 50 some odd days out from the draft. We did pretty well against Seattle. I mean, we swept Seattle. 1, 2 out of 3 against St. Louis. 4 games over. 500. What do we got? All right. Not looking good for Doyle Hamilton. Not looking good at all. I think we can go ahead and remove him.
you.
Shout out to Gel21 for the follow, by the way. I think we can remove that guy from the equation. John Couch. We got to take a look at John Couch, right? Let's put him in silver. Actually, we'll move him all the way back down to bronze. Yeah, let's get more information on some of these guys, especially, too, their interest in signing with us is low. If it turns out that they're good, we are going to need to prioritize these guys for the next couple of weeks. There is also the option to do more like generalized scouting, but then you don't build up the interest that players have or might lack at that stage. Cardinals offer us a trade. Jack Flaherty for Alex Verdugo. Why? I mean, it does say that Flaherty's struggling this year. He hasn't been great. Okay, I mean, you know, in fairness, I think you could justify this. He's struggling. He's in a contract year. They're probably not going to want to keep him. I think you can justify that. That's not the worst example of a trade I've ever seen. Obviously, Verdugo's a little bit more expensive, but, you know, 718 OPS for Verdugo so far this season. What do they have in the outfield? They need an outfielder. They need an outfielder badly. Dylan Carlson's hurt. Lars Nootbaar's hurt. I think AI-wise, you could justify that trade. They have injuries. Jack Flaherty's struggling. I think you could justify that. That said, do I want to take this trade? Not really. I'd prefer to not really take this trade. Because if Jack Flaherty turns it around for us, that's a problem. And I can't imagine we're going to re-sign him. Why? I mean, again, it would be like, okay, we get him. We hope he's better for us. He's 27. And if we get rid of Flaherty, then we just end up with the same, like, it's the same situation. I'm going to reject this, but I do think it's a justifiable AI trade. That's hardly the worst offer I've seen in an MLB game. Hardly. All right, Bud Russ. You're a bit disappointing. Everyone's looking like they're a little bit disappointing. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so Mark Sure, again, is not a sure thing. Lopez is looking a little bit better. Hamilton's looking a little bit rough. Becker. I think we got to focus on Lopez, but we do almost have him 100% scouted. And then in center, Bud Russ, Maldonado. Nobody here is looking that good. Just to know, let's look at Roberto Ramirez. Let's look at Lane Heck. Just to find out, given that these were projected top 100 prospects. But we're in a pretty bad way right now. Why are we only looking at ranked prospects? Filter by who's supposed to be the best. And if they suck, then look somewhere else. Because once we start focusing outside, there's a hell of a lot more people. Hell of a lot more people. And odds are the more highly touted players are likely to be better, but it's not a guarantee. So I'd rather know for sure, especially because, again, we have the 14th overall pick. How far off the board do we want to go at pick number 14? And then 3 second-round picks. And a third-round pick. You know? That said, we are going to scout. Oh, God, what are we going to scout? Let's go back over to prospects. I want to look back. Again, we need starting pitchers. We need relievers. God, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? It's a tough call. You know, even that number one prospect, that number one pitcher. I am trying to figure out just how much I want to balance generalized scouting versus only looking in a few positions and then realizing, okay, it's going to be best guess from there. We are 34 days out from the draft. We are a 500 ball club. Somehow the Rays are worse than us. I'd say for the most part, things are on track. For the most part, we're on track to kind of be as bad as we were hoping. Get a higher draft pick for next year. But I can't say I have much confidence in scouting.